Hi, my name is Aisha Kabia, and I was just interviewed by Keith Andrew, and it was wonderful. I really support his message of not allowing anything to limit us in this life.
Gentlemen, welcome to Season 6, 501. I am your host, Keith Andrew, the one and only Keith Andrew, and I'm here with the talented and beautiful Aisha Kabia. I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Of course, Keith. Thanks for having me.
The honor's all mine. Hey, you're supporting a good cause, making a new friend out of it. And for people who want to know what my talk show is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities to never give up and prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. It's to prove to them you can still amount to something. So hashtag break the labels. That being said, half hour, 33 minutes every time. Freedom of speech, self-expression, so you can say anything you want, talk about whatever you want. So I'm going to ask you some easy questions. Some may come out of left field, but I like to be a little odd, so I can have fun with people. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
Oh, what can I? Well, let's see. I mean, where do you want me to start, Keith? That's a big question.
All right. For an example, how was life growing up? And did he do any sports growing up?
What was life growing up? I was born in Michigan, so I spent part of my childhood in Michigan with my family there, and then we moved to California when I was 7 years old. So we left the snow and the cold, and we got to California. So. It was great. I definitely missed my family that we left back in Michigan because we had a very large family. I have 52 cousins, so it was hard to leave all of them. But California has been amazing, and growing up was. It was good. I never played any sports. I ran track for 1 year, and then I realized I really did not like running at all. So it wasn't something that I enjoyed. And then I guess I don't know. Does dance count as a sport? I think it does.
Well, it's a workout.
Yeah, it's a definite workout, and I did that for, gosh, maybe 4 or 5 years of my childhood. I was on a dance team. So, and I did play baseball also for 1 year, softball for girls. I played softball until one day I got hit in the head with a ball, and that was the end of my softball career. So I didn't want to play much after that. So yeah.
No, I was just thinking as I was scratching my nose, I just remembered how many times I got whacked in the face by playing with a ball. I used to say, okay, I don't have any good reflexes. Let me know when you're going to do it. Okay, think fast. Dave was funny whacking me in the face.
Well, it's, I know that I just didn't have very good motor skills. I just didn't have very good depth perception. I just wasn't good at anything involving football, basketball, softball, none of it. Me and doing that. I tried out for the basketball team my freshman year of high school, and the coach said that I was too delicate to play basketball, which was just code for I was really bad at basketball. So unfortunately, I feel like all of the sports teams did not want me, Keith. So sports kind of pushed me away and did not want me to be a part of it. But I'm okay with that because that's what pushed me into the arts. So, yeah.
No, absolutely. And I do apologize if it freezes on your side and my side. Skype, cuts in, cuts out.
Yeah. There's a small delay, but that's what you get. I mean, it's amazing that we're able to talk from California to New York. I love that.
No, absolutely. And you think about the technology advances over the years. My grandmother passed away from my grandmother passed away from a heart attack, but yet now we have medicine to help stop that from happening. My aunt passed away from cancer, and now there's a new method that helps it. So it's kind of like, if you look back from the 80s and 90s, you were pretty much on Schitt's Creek. But it's amazing. It's true. But it's amazing how we came along and were more advanced as we were 30, 40 years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah, the advances in technology and in medicine have been astronomical. The way that they have poured so much research into to advancing these different technologies that really save people's lives. So I think we're going to live a long time, Keith, because of all of these advances. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Right.
Yeah. Actually,
it's funny we should talk about all these years. There's a song I want you and our viewers to listen to. It's one of my dad's favorite songs. It's called, I can't remember who sings it, but it's the year 2525. And it's in...
Oh, I don't...
Have you ever heard of it?
No, I've never heard that song before.
So basically the lyrics to that, it's like, if man's still alive, will he survive? Or if woman's still alive? And then it goes through the different years. And I think it came to about like 2045. He says you don't need a life or a spouse anymore. You be picking your child out of the bottom of a test tube. It's pretty interesting how it's going all through these years.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't think technology is always a good thing.
Well, I agree. I think that there's some beautiful parts about technology and some wonderful advances that we've made. And then I don't know. I guess maybe in the last couple of years, what's been going on with social media and the internet? There's great things about it, and I feel like there's also we can kind of get a little disconnected by the things that are happening on social media and with the internet. So yeah, it will be interesting to see where things go in the year 2045. It'll be a fascinating time to see how this all changes our lives.
No, I agree. Now I have one easy question for you, and then we can go to your acting career. Okay. But you did mention social media. We can get to that in a bit. But the first question I was going to ask you is, did he ever, you're probably going to make fun of me for this, but did he ever get the chance to do one of those human pyramids? You're not into the whole human pyramid stuff.
What is a human pyramid, Keith? I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Oh, basically, it's like people do in cheerleading or dance class. Bunch of people come together.
You know what? I've done a human pyramid, but in a really weird way. It was for our senior photo. We did a mass human pyramid with all of the people in our senior class in high school. We did that for our big senior photo. So it was interesting to see that many people try and get into a pyramid. But I wasn't on the cheerleading team in high school, so we didn't do pyramids like that. But I remember we have a great picture of our senior class doing a human pyramid. So yes, I've done one human pyramid before.
Well, I would love to see the picture.
I wonder, it's probably at my mom's house right now in a box somewhere. So I'd have to go dig that out.
How many people
Well,
was there in your senior class?
there were, oh, I think it was about 250. So it was a big senior class. So there was a lot of people on that bottom row. That's for sure. I remember I was on the front, kind of like with my hands on my chin. So yeah, it's a cool picture.
I love that
Yeah.
stuff. I'm a loser.
No, that's not being a loser. I think it's one of the. I don't know. It's fun to do things like that. It's silly and it's. I don't know. I love the things that us humans do to entertain ourselves, right?
It's true. Would he ever
Yeah.
be up for it? Would he ever do one again?
Of course. Why not?
Hey, you live only
Of
once.
course. Exactly. I'd love to.
Now, the next
Yeah.
question I was going to ask you is who influenced you to start your career and how many years have you been doing your career?
Oh. Who influenced me to do my? That's an interesting question. Um, when I think about it, I think that all of I watched a lot of TV as a kid. I watched a lot of TV, and I think it was all of the different sitcoms that I watched over the years. There were so many that influenced my childhood, and I know that's something that I always saw and thought would be really cool to do. Um, and then what? Gosh, how old was I at that point? I think I was 11 when I did my first school play, and I finally connected the fact that I could also be an actor. It hadn't crossed my mind. I'd always just kind of seen people on TV doing it, but there was no real way that I had experienced that I could also act in my life. And in the sixth grade, I was Lady Macbeth in our production of Macbeth, which was pretty crazy to do Shakespeare at 12 years old and to play the leading role in that. But that was something that it really um, it really sparked something in me. I had always been a pretty shy kid, so it made me realize that I could take all these feelings that I was feeling inside and have a voice and put them into something in a creative way. And from that point on, I felt that that's what I wanted to do. Um, and yeah, so that was the first kind of thing that was sitcoms, and it was doing a school play that kind of inspired me to be an actor.
Now, with that being said, that brings up 2 points. One, when you were starting as an actress, have you ever been stereotyped? That's my first question. And also, have you ever worked
Yeah.
with people with disabilities, or am I the first?
Um, let's see. The first question is, have I ever been stereotyped? Sure. Yeah. I think as a person of color, I've been stereotyped. I definitely know what that is. And also as a woman, I've been stereotyped into certain roles. I feel like I've played a lot of, like, I'm always a girlfriend to a man, or I'm always, the wife of someone, but it's harder to be kind of like your own person. I feel like as a woman, I've always been put into roles that are in relation to the man who's the main character. So in that way, you're just kind of the side character. You're not really highlighted, and yeah, I think it's hard. Also, as just a woman of color, I've always been placed as like the best friend to typically white lead characters. So I feel like in that way, I'm kind of always the supporting character who is there for the main person, and I feel like I can be the lead as well, but it's harder to be seen as a lead character a lot of times, which can be hard and sad because you kind of feel like your story isn't being fully told because you're kind of always in the supporting role. And I have a cousin who has Down syndrome. So I definitely have been around people with disabilities my whole life. So it's something that's been a part of my family's journey and my journey for as long as I can remember. So you are not the first, Keith.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Now, my next question I was going to ask you is social media. Do you think social media dictates people's lives and your careers? But with that being said, when you started your career, did your social media dictate if you should have went for this role or that role?
You know, when I started my career, gosh, that was it was back in 2006. So when I started, social media wasn't as big as it is right now. It definitely didn't have as much of an influence on casting or what people were allowed to do. So social media has definitely changed the business in that people with a lot of followers or who have a big amount of YouTube subscribers or all those kinds of things, that really just wasn't a part of the conversation back when I started in this business. So it's been an interesting shift because I didn't grow up with that. I didn't grow up with Instagram and Facebook and YouTube dictating the conversation. So it's been interesting to realize that now there are certain roles that are dependent upon how many followers you have on social media, and because they can promote the show then easily through your followers. I feel like that's just not who I am, though. So I don't know that I'm a pretty private person, so I don't know that I'm ever going to be. I don't know. Never say never, but that I would put my life and kind of be really active on social media. I know some people are. It's just comes so naturally to them, but I feel like I'm pretty private.
Now, do you think? I'm trying to find the next perfect example would be.
Yeah.
With everything you accomplished in your life, do you think you're ready to start doing autographs, or have you ever had people approach you and say, "Hey, aren't you from a film?" Or
you know, I've found that people they write to me online. I'm always surprised. I feel like at this point, I mean, I guess I know I've done things, but I don't know that I've done enough to warrant someone wanting my autograph. But people will write to me online, or they'll send me messages on Facebook or Instagram, which I find really interesting. And I try to respond to all of them because I feel like it's just really amazing that people have taken the time out of their day to reach out. So sometimes I forget, and I'm not always great about it, but but I try to respond to people when they reach out online. So,
would you consider yourself to be nationally recognized? Like, besides doing films, have you ever been on TV? Have you ever been interviewed besides me?
I have been interviewed besides you. I did a podcast earlier this week, and I've done newspaper articles before, but I don't know that I have a national name recognition. I feel like I've done a lot of television. That's something that is very much what I've done, but I've done mainly guest starring roles on TV at this point. So I definitely have yet to do a leading role on TV. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Keith, it's only a matter of time. I know it's going to happen. So So it's definitely something that I look forward to, and I feel like my career just continues to grow in that direction. So I'm excited for it. You never know. This town and this business is so strange. Tomorrow, everything could change in my career, so you never quite know when that break will happen.
No, I agree
So.
with you. That's why it's always good to be prepared. And
Exactly.
I give you a
Exactly.
perfect example. Well, I mean by always be prepared. You know, I work in Woodbury Commons, and over near across the way, outside
Mm-hmm.
Spiderville used to be there. Outside Calvin Klein,
Yeah.
and they were filming a commercial. And I was going to actually ask you, are you a part of SAG-AFTRA or you're non-union?
I've been a part of SAG. I did my first commercial when I was 16 years old. So I've been a part of SAG. I joined SAG after college. So I've been um, eligible since I was 16 to be a part of the union, and I didn't join the union though until I moved to Los Angeles and after college. So yeah, I've been
When
a part of the union after I got here.
the reason I
Yeah.
bring it up is because I went over and I said, "Oh, you guys filming a commercial?" Well, duh, on my part, because why else would you have a big ass light,
Yeah.
spotlights everywhere? So the light bulb didn't go off my head. So I went over and I was like, this is pretty interesting. And I introduced myself, and the guy thought I was a fake, and then he said, he's like, "Oh, I'm a talk show host." And I'm and I just stood there like, that wasn't a joke, that's not like a pickup line or something. Like, "Oh, hey, I'm a talk show host, eh?" But,
Yeah.
so I said, fine, I don't have any business cards on me, so I ran to my store, Toys R Us, asked if I can use the computer. Well, I was using a broken keyboard, so what should have taken me 5-10 minutes top took me
Yeah.
15-20 minutes. So the reason I ran back is I looked over and I saw a couple cute girls just sitting there. They're sitting with the extra, and two guys, two girls, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'd like to get them on the show. So I said, give me 5 minutes. I ran to the store, typed it up. Time I figured out how to use the crappy keyboard, ran back. They were no shows. They disappeared. I'm like, okay, I'm annoyed about that. However, I was talking to the producers, and I said,
Okay.
I introduced myself, and as I gave on the papers, told them what I did. Said, this is going to sound really stupid. What are the odds of me being part of, and this is going back before I forgot to mention it, before I brought up the permission
Yeah.
thing, I said, what are the odds of being a part of the commercial? And they said, are you SAG-AFTRA? I said, no. But I have interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people from SAG-AFTRA. And of course, of me,
Yeah.
it's a disability. I couldn't think off the top of my head. And even if names did come to me, they would say we never heard of them. So I guess I wasn't a place in that point. And the guy's like, yeah, even if we wanted you in the commercial, you just would be walking back and forth in the commercial. I'm like, that's better than nothing. So you said, no, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, a lot of commercials, especially, are yeah. You have to be in the union to be a part of the commercial. Yeah, it's interesting that you kind of stumbled upon this commercial that day. I like that story. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And the guy, and that goes up to the guy thought I was kidding. It's like, oh, I interviewed a whole bunch of people, and he didn't think the show was who I really said it was. Fine, give me 5 minutes, I can shut you up. So I went back, I wrote it up on the computer, went back, here, now I have proof of what I do.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, this is really interesting. Yeah, but we can't still have you because you're not SAG-AFTRA. But I talked to the
Yeah.
producers. I said, I would like to have you guys on. Next day, I came back with this whole bunch of my business cards. I think I have a couple right here I can show you. Yeah, here's the front.
Okay.
And
There you go.
And on the back it has my message. Basically, it tells you about myself and everything. So I went back the second time. I thought they were extra, not even extras. I thought they were production people or whatever, just sitting on the bench. I said, are you guys in the commercial? I said, yeah. Oh, good. That's really good. And a light bulb went off my head. It's like, shut up and introduce yourself. So I introduced myself and I said, here's my business cards and I would love to have you on the show. The guys said, this is wonderful. And they all said, yes, I would love to work with you. This is definitely something I'll check out. The girls, on the other hand, were kind of like, they thought I was flirting with them. I was like, this is not like a pickup line or something. This show is really important to me. So I'm like, yeah, we check it out. The guys are like, yeah, really good. And the other ones were kind of like, we get to it. But like I was saying, be prepared. Have business cards on you. You don't know who you're going to meet or run into. And it's great to say, oh, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. But if you don't have that extra mile to say, by the way, here's a card, you're kind of missing the opportunity, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. The importance of being prepared. What do they say? Your preparation meets opportunity. So if you're prepared when opportunities present themselves, then you can definitely rise to the occasion and seize the opportunity. So absolutely.
Now we're going to take a quick commercial break, and with the last 6 minutes, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
My name is Rosalind Coleman Williams.
My name is Vanessa Lina. I'm Adrian Lalo.
Allie Feingold.
This is Cynthia Bastinet.
I'm Sonia Fisher.
This is Shane Smith.
My name is Alexandra Bowie.
My name is Amelia Clover.
Hi, I'm Amy Linden.
Hi, I'm Anita Nicole Brown.
It's Renee Green.
Hi, my name is Asata Caldwell.
Hi, buddy. I'm Brooke.
Hi, I'm Bryn Berg.
Hi, I'm Casey Dunn.
Hi, it's Cassandra Kavinsky.
Hi, I'm Christina Briza.
I'm Cindy Hogan.
I'm Courtney Sinello.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
My name is Deborah Jane East.
Hi, my name is Dinah Maasea.
Hi, everyone. I'm Victoria London.
Hi, I'm Heather Crona.
Hi, I'm Heather Callahan Stevens.
Hi, I'm J. Nicole Ralph.
My name is Jamie Patron.
My name is Julie.
My name is Julia Brankovic.
Kathleen Wills.
Kimberly Amato.
Hi, my name is Laura Putnam.
Hi, I'm Laura Chapanis.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Damas.
This is Michelle Mupo, a.k.a. Fuchsia.
I'm Rachel Oliveira.
Hi, my name is Sarah Joy Mount.
Hi, I'm Susan Brender.
Hi, everyone. This is Venus Leone.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Dana.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Herrera, and I was just on the Keith Andrew Network. It was tons of fun. We used up all our time and then some. I really recommend this show, and try to be a guest on Keith's show. It is super fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... I can always edit that. Welcome back to Season 6, Episode 501. I am your host, Keith Andrew. Along here is the talented and beautiful Asia. Back from the commercial break. It was the last 6 minutes of the show. I'm going to pass it over to you. You can ask me anything you want, gloves off. I have nothing to hide. This is your time.
Okay. So I'm just interested. What was the initial moment that inspired you to do this show, to do this, and in this format? How did that come about for you?
All right, to give you the quick highlights, I did 70 when I first did the show. I did 72 phone interviews. And I thought, okay, do the phone interviews, and I can upload them to, had the fan blown on me, so maybe if I turn invisible, it won't blow on me. Alright, so I was doing 72 phone interviews, and I was like, okay, Workers Blog Talk Radio, do a show. But unfortunately, at the time, and this scratches my nose. Unfortunately, I was like, I don't have interviews to do once a week or every single day, so I'm wasting $40. So I was kind of like, what? Trying to find the words for it. It seemed like an idea, so I tried a different approach. But I got people from Amazing Spider-Man. I got people from Spider-Man, Dragon Ball Z, wrestling, and I was still having panic attacks. And it's like, what's the big deal? I don't even see the person, we're just talking. But yeah, I still was having anxiety. Fast forward, someone said to me, why don't you try it in a different format? So I did it over. I got up to 300, and little by little, people were saying to me, yeah, you ask a lot of stupid questions. We don't want to be seen as people like you. You're degrading. I thought, this would actually help my career. Or, I thought this was a great opportunity, but you're not saying who you're saying you are, and, you're fake or phony. And giving me offers, take it down, we're going to sue you, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So, at the time, I was called Uncensored. If you watch at my early work, it says, you're watching Uncensored. Because I was a wrestling fan. I thought it was really cool to say, KeithAndrewNetWork presents Uncensored. How Hershey's and Snickers presents WrestleMania. I'm like, okay, let's do that for my show. And so I took everything down because I got tired of it. That's when I got my belt. But when I had to do it over, I said, screw it. So I am no longer called Uncensored. If you don't sign the permission form, you can make friends with the door. And those interviews I pretty much threw out. Half of them I threw out. But half of them said, brought up a permission form, like, what you did. I introduced myself, tell you what the show's about. Once you sign it, it's a done deal. And if anything, I can edit it. But once you sign it, it's a done deal. And thanks to you, officially, we're in the 500 mark. Unofficially, it's, 300 and 300, it's 6. This one would be 7. So I did about 772 interviews in total.
Oh my goodness.
So unofficially, yes, 772, but officially I did 501. But I'm showing you, hey, I could have gave up and walked away when I made my mistakes. But because I'm very passionate about this, I want to do this to the day I die, no one's helping me with it. It's either do it over and show people you can still bounce back, or prove to them you're a failure. And I say, I'm going to show you I can still mount to something. And that's when, I got my trophy. And a lot of people make fun of me for this because, trophies are not something that you buy for yourself. So trophies are something that are given to you. So my brother, said I should write a book saying, trophy for me. So that's like, okay, whatever. So I made a joke and saying, you know what? Yeah, okay, trophy for me. Hashtag trophy for me. Because this belt, it's seen better days. You see a little scuff mark on it. I wanted this to be a little bit. I wanted this to be glass. Unfortunately, it's plastic, so it peels off. So I had a bright idea of saying, maybe if I use glue on it, I can keep it down. So when the glue smoothed over, I wiped it with the paper towel. Hint, that's what that mark is. And
that's what happened.
I don't know, I call it my imperfect belt because every time I touch something, I always screw it up. It's true, I can't even hold down a job. But I'm showing you. Oh, go ahead.
We all have imperfection. I think that's what's beautiful about that is we all have something about ourselves that we do wrong and are wrong. I think it's what makes us all interesting as human beings, are the things that aren't perfect. So I love that. I love that the belt isn't perfect.
No, absolutely. And this is an example saying, hey, if a kid with a learning disability who was labeled at a 5th grade level who doesn't know how to read, write. I learned at a 5th grade level, so I don't know how to read or write. I was labeled mentally challenged, mentally disturbed, retarded. If I, with all those labels, can create a talk show and do it perfectly and do a great talk show, then I'm a perfect example for people out there to show you that labels don't dictate who you are and who you're going to be. And to prove to them, you can step them out to something.
Amen. Yes, Keith. I love it. I love that. And I have to ask, is wrestling, do you like wrestling? Because I used to love wrestling as a kid. I don't know if that's what this belt also signifies.
It is. I was a big fan of WCW, WWF. I've been trying to get a hold of Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon on social media, and I said, I have some great ideas for storylines, even if you want to do like a one-time thing. I really want to work with you guys. I think it would really benefit both parties. What they say, best for business, I think it's really good. But yeah, when I saw this, I could have gotten, season 1 or season 2. But I said, if I'm going to get something, I want something that I'm going to take pride in. And I designed this, it has my logo on it. And it has the belt. Originally, I wanted an American flag on it, but I thought that was too tacky. So I kind of like the stars more. And I'm just showing you, hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. And there's absolutely no reason why you should make or have people hold you down.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Now, with that being said, I do have a couple questions for you off the air. But wrapping up our interview segment, I was going to ask you the last question first. Don't mind me. You would think I would have more practice doing the show. Are you on social media? Like, are you on? Apparently, you're on LinkedIn. That's how we met. But are you on like Twitter, Instagram, Stage 32?
Yes, I am on Instagram. Just my first and last name, so it's at AISHA KABIA. So, and it's the same thing on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere. It's just my first and last name. I'm all over the place.
A lot of people say I'm like that too. I kind of pop up like a can of hemorrhoids. You never know when I'm going to pop up.
Oh, dear.
Now, with that being said, and the last question I was going to ask you is, when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your first reaction, and what made you say yes, and how do you feel now?
What was my first reaction? I just wanted to know what the content of the program was going to be, and what your mission with it was. And after I heard what the mission of the program is, I absolutely wanted to support you and support that, because I also believe in not allowing anything to limit you in this life. So it's a great message to get out there.
No, absolutely. And hey, you're making a new friend at the same time, so win-win. But I do have a couple questions for you off the air. About wrapping up, it was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to part 2 down the road.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Keith.